some rough news on with Raven yesterday. Just how is she taking it? How's she going with the initial steps of the recovery?
Raven Hollywood Johnson is gonna be all right. That's how she's known as. She speaks in that, that person. So she's gonna be all right. She's a hard worker. She's strong-willed. She got a strong mind. And when you're presented with an injury like that, you have to be that way. And she'll be all right. She'll be all right.
Is it something that definitely feel good that she'll be back at the beginning of next?
Oh yeah. Henny will be gone, and Raven will step in and be that point guard that we need her to be. And you probably would have seen a little bit of that had she been able to play.
Well, speaking of that, at NC State, Henny got to early foul trouble. Saya and Destiny Littleton came in. How do you feel about those two as backup point guards? Is there a hierarchy there?
It's by committee at this point. So, Henny will play heavy minutes until we're able to solidify who that will be, and he's probably gonna have to do it with a couple of people. It's gonna be situational, where if we need Zaya, someone that's been through it and more experience, take it. Great. If it's Littleton, who, I'm a little hesitant because I like her outside shot, and if she's playing the point, we can't get to that what she does best.
The rest of the ladies' reaction to the news about Raven, how did the ladies respond?
I don't know. I wasn't with them when they had it. Obviously, they love Raven. We got a close-knit basketball team, and I'm sure they're devastated. But the best way that you can respond to it is play the game like she played it, approach it like she approached it. And Raven Johnson only wanted to win a national championship. She didn't care about anything else besides that. So I hope they take that mentality when they're out there on the floor.
What was her specific injury? I know it was just left knee, but do you have...
Yeah, left knee.
Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. And then I wanted to ask, you mentioned with turnovers, just wanting to make sure that it didn't rear their ugly head. What have y'all been doing in practice this week to try to mitigate that danger?
We just have to keep playing. We have to put our players in positions in which we show them, where we could be more effective. We just don't want it to turn into an epidemic. Because our defense is working too hard to turn it over, to have to play more defense. I hope we can get a hold of that quickly, or else we're gonna be playing a lot more defense.
And then I wanted to ask real quick about Sanaya Rivers and Lily Grissett. How are they progressing right now? Sanaya didn't play, and then with Lily recovering from her injury.
Progressing nicely. Whether or not we see them. We won't see Lily tomorrow. We may see Rivers tomorrow. We may not. I'm just waiting for them to tell me who's a go. I could coach the players that they allow me to coach, and that's what we'll do.
Thank you.
Kind of a standard question. How are the newbies learning about the Clemson rivalry? If they've already the older ones already said, hey, this is the game that you got to point to.
They have so much going in their heads. They don't know about rivalries, but I'm sure they'll get up to speed with it, between now and tip off. So I just don't want to give them one other thing that they have to remember and do and execute. I think that's probably the easiest thing to pick up on when you see as many people that will be in this arena tomorrow.
What's the scouting report on the Tigers? Who do you got to shut down to really handle that?
They're good, actually. They're pretty good. I know they lost to Columbia, but they're good. They just haven't put it all together. They got quality players. And when you have an influx of that many new players, it takes some time. I'm glad we got them early, and hopefully they haven't figured things out between when they played last and when they play us tomorrow.
What's your assessment of the front court through the first two games of the season? What's your assessment of the front court through the first two games of the season? My fault.
Getting better. Getting better. The sky's the limit. We haven't really touched on how good we can be in that area. I think they themselves have to look out for each other a little bit more, just with the high-low action and getting themselves involved. We know we've been sagged on. I think Clemson will play us a little bit different than the sag, so hopefully we'll be able to capitalize on being able to pass the ball high up where only us can play in that air.
On the eve of being able to have your home opener, banner reveal tomorrow, expected over 10,000.
Is the banner reveal tomorrow?
It just rolled up there. Right?
Is it? I ain't even, yeah, I actually did see that. I like the bigger one though.
You
It'll be
might
a
be giving
smaller one, right?
But what does it say, though, in terms of just how far this program has come since you got here? And what would you kind of credit that to in terms of what you've seen since you got here?
Well, I mean, the banners are symbolizes players' commitment to the way that we want to play, and I don't think we've always been the popular way of playing, meaning just being disciplined, just not being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. But if you do it the right way, you'll get rings and you'll get banners. And well, at the end of the day, that's what players really want. And they want discipline too. They want a little discipline. They want to know how to play. They want to learn how to play, and it symbolizes that. We put a lot of people in the pros because they're able to adapt to this style of play, and it carries them throughout the pros. So it means their commitment to it.
Dawn, you mentioned Henny, and she's been here before, spent a lot of games. Did you have to talk to her after Raven's injury was announced and say, hey, we need a little more? Or did she understand? Have y'all had a conversation about that?
No conversation. I mean, when you have a senior, they know. They know exactly what they need to do, and Henny's been probably the person that's been pushing this just from probably 4 to 5 weeks ago. We had a conversation then, and we told her we need to play. She needs to play better because she is the one, and her teammates realize she is the one that makes us, from a good team to a great team. So we need her contributions, her speed, her ability to take care of the basketball, knock down three, everything that you expect a senior point guard to do.
Dawn, going off of that, how have you seen Destiny grow as a leader on this team in her 4 years?
Quietly, she's not one that's going to be in your face. She's not going to, she's not going to raise her voice at all. She's pretty calm and cool, and those type of players, they just have a different style. Some coaches want your point guards to be just this boisterous person, and she's just not that. So we got to meet Henny where she is, and she's going to take us where she wants us to go. And do we want more talking? Absolutely. But she does it in her way, and if she can continue to play the way she's playing this year, I think she'll be one that may not make a big splash just talking, but she'll do that talking through her play.
And just going back to Raven one more time, I guess what kind of teammate do you hope she is off the court the rest of the season?
She's going to be Raven. Again, Raven only wanted to win a national championship, so she's gonna behave in a way that a teammate that is out for the rest of the year, which is be a good teammate. I told Raven that she's got to learn. She's got to learn this year. Although she's not playing, she has to utilize this time as she watches the game to learn. She can't be where she is today, 365 days from now, and she will do that.